out of its 5-game slide. Atlanta's Chuck James dialed in. He gets Ricky Weeks and then Ryan Braun. Johnny Estrada, take a seat. Bill Hall, nothing. 93 pitches, 66 for strikes. Kevin Mensch goes down. James 6 strong, 1 earned, and he tied a career high with 8 Ks. The top 4 were scoreless. Chris Capuano has to turn and watch it fly off the bat of Andrew Jones. Career jack number 350. Braves up 1-0. Check it out again. Catcher Johnny Estrada set up inside. Second home run in as many games, number 8 on the season. Bottom 6, Prince Fielder abusing the James offering. NL best 16th of the season. Milwaukee down 2-1. Bottom 7 with runners on second and third. Tyler Yates gets J.J. Hardy to line out to first, so there are 2 outs on the board. Braun steps in against Rafael Soriano. Goes down on strike 3. Bob Wickman nails down his 8th save and 10 chances as Atlanta hands Milwaukee a 6th straight loss. High ball to right. Ryan Friel coming in from center, and he collides with Norris Hopper on the warning track. And this is worth another look. Friel lying motionless on the ground in obvious pain. Reds trainer comes out along with a team doctor. Friel caught the ball. Hopper runs into Friel's left arm, spun him around, and then Friel hits the wall and stays down. The game was delayed 13 minutes while the Reds trainers and that doctor secured Friel on a stretcher so he could be taken to a hospital. Reports say Friel was coherent. All CT scans of his head and neck were normal. Contusion to the head and neck. He'll be evaluated Tuesday. Top 8, Kyle Loesch pitching a shutout in a bit of a jam. Scott Hatterberg steps on the bag, makes the heads-up throw home as gets Chris Duffy. Loesch with his 4th career shutout. Reds win.
Indians, Red Sox, top first, Kurt Schilling brought his A game Monday. Travis Hafner. I think parfaits might be the most delicious thing on the whole planet. Schilling struck out the side in the first 10 Ks. That is a season best. Bottom 5, Red Sox up 2-0. Manny Ramirez, he did not strike out. Home run over the green monster, the big wall. Wale. Manny's 8th year, Red Sox up 3-0. Bottom 7, Red Sox up 3-1. Kevin Youkilis, good wood. There to the triangle, and then that's going to hit. Now it's just going to roll everywhere. Youkilis extends his hitting streak to 20. Look at him. He's just running. So he got a 20-game hit streak, and now he just keeps turning left, and that's an inside-the-park home run for Uke. 4-1 Red Sox. That'll tire you out. That's 360 feet. Need a blow. In the 9th, Indians down 5-3, 2 outs, second and third. Hafner strikes out for the 4th time in the game. Jonathan Papelbon mows him down there. Red Sox win 5-3, 13th save for Papelbon. Rays moment as they take on the Tigers, and a review of correct procedures for backing up a throw. In the top of the second, Edward Jackson, jam, bases loaded, no outs. Omar Infante, basic to left. Carlos Guillen will score, throw home's high. Sean Casey scores, and look out! Jackson shaking up on the play, 2-0 Tigers. Take a look at what happened, right? Okay, he does his part. There he is. He's going to circle behind the catcher, get ready, and then got a glove, and he just forgets to catch it. Or he tried to eat it, something like that. There it goes. Boink! Ow.
Bless his heart.
Shakes it off, stays in the game. He's a hockey player. After striking out the next 2 batters, he strikes out Craig Monroe. So plunked in the head, strikes out 3. They ought to hit him again. Bottom 9, Devil Rays trailing 5-4. Elijah Dukes batting with the bases loaded. Chopper on the infield. Delman Young will score. The winning run comes home. Devil Rays, dramatic 6-5 win. Dramatic 6-5 win, I say.
Mariners, Angels, AL West leading Halos and the M's both sporting a 3-game win streak. Something's got to give. Top 1, Bartolo Colon deals. And Jose Guillen crushes his 6th home run of the season, and the M's are up 1-0. Top 6, we're tied at 4 with a man on first, Adrian Beltre. That is good wood. His 8th home run of the season, and Seattle is up 6-4. Top 7 with 2 aboard, Richie Sexson is bringing sexy back. His 7th home run of the season. This up Hector Carrasco, and Seattle's up 11-4. 2 batters later, it's Beltre again. Yeah, yard. He tied a franchise record with 4 extra base hits. Seattle 3 games over 500 for the first time since the end of 2003. M's win.
Wins. Johan Santana absurdly good against the Sox in Minneapolis. He's 6-0 in his last 6 starts against them. Top 2nd, A.J. Brzezinski leading off. Grounds to third base. That's innocent enough. But when he crosses the base, nearly gets Justin Morneau's leg. Look again. Watch it. Whoa, inside of the bag. We're going to remember that for, well, for right now. Top 6. White Sox lead 4-3. Krasinski again. Over to short. 6-4-3 double play. And Krasinski again very close. Morneau's leg. Spikes on. That's going to hurt. You're going to get a foot, get a calf. Ron Gardenhire has seen enough. He doesn't like it. He's going to come out there and object to this kind of behavior. Gardenhire had to be restrained. He eventually would leave the field. Upset, but leaves. Didn't get thrown out. Just left. Bottom 6 bases will went out for Morneau. Morneau and Krasinski chatting at a safe distance there, I guess. Morneau grounds over to first base. Paul Konerko goes home for the force out. Morneau there fails to deliver. Next batter, Torrey Hunter. I believe he's delivering. That's a chopper. That is a chopper. That was a popped up way up off the plate. Nick Couto scores. Twins get that one and 3 more in the inning. It's 8-4. Jim Thome. Deep center. Going, more left center. That's a home run. No, it's not. There's Torrey Hunter. And we'll see you tomorrow night. What a catch. Hunter also had 3 hits. Excellent work by him. Twins go on to win at 10-4. And Santana now 7-0 in his last 7. And it's the Sox at home. Metrodome Magic. Diamondbacks Phillies with the Bankby Open on a national holiday. Both teams coming off weekend sweeps. Bottom 7, Phil's down 3-0. Full count and fill thine horn with oil and go. The big man, 2 on Sunday. Here's that time on the deal has got him right. 9th homer cuts the lead 3-1. Bottom 9, Phil's down 5-1. 2 on, 2 out. Greg Dobbs. Oh my goodness. Everybody come home. Off Jose Valverde, 4th home run of the year for Dobbs. It's 5-4. Valverde first runs allowed in the last 11 appearances. 1 on, 2 outs. Carlos Ruiz to right through Connor Jackson's leg. He said he had a Bill Buckner moment right there. Puts up runners on the corner. Jackson, he's certainly not pleased with that. Next batter, Rod Barajas. Fly ball is deep right. Is it deep enough? No. Carlos Quintan makes the catch, and the Diamondbacks hold on to win it 5-4. They are a holiday unto themselves. Number 10, Fred. Lacrosse National Championship, Johns Hopkins Duke, Paul Rabel, Kevin Huntley. Look at that. Excellent work. Hopkins defeats Duke 12-11 for the 9th cross title.
Number 9, Indians Red Sox, Kevin Youkilis. High fly ball to center. Drops behind Grady Sizemore. And it's off the wall. Youkilis, oh, he's working hard. As my friend John says, turning left the whole way. And he beats the throw home for the inside the park job. Youkilis absolutely gassed. Red Sox win 5-3.
Number 8, English Soccer, West Bromwich Albion, Derby County, 2 of my favorites. Giles Barnes to Stephen Pearson for the goal. Derby wins 1-0. Nets them £60 million and promotion to the Premier League.
Number 7, Rangers A's, Ramon Vasquez. Line drive to center field. Nick Swisher is there. It's worth another look. Swisher, tremendous get. A's take the game 5-3.
Number 6, Mariners Angels, Kenji Jojima. Down the third baseline. Oh, look at Sean Figgins. Chone. Awesome by Sean Figgins. The Angels lost 12-5. So if they'd had 7 more runs in that play, it would have been great.
Number 5, Arena Football, New York Dragons against the New Orleans Voodoo. Aaron Garcia to Henry on the touchdown. Listen to this. Oh, he knows his Sports Center time.
Jeez, lobbing efforts. Number 4, Game 1, Stanley Cup Final, Senators Ducks. Mike Fisher, the shot deflected. Mike Comray's back there. He's causing trouble, hidden by a Duck player. Fisher the goal.
Number 3, Marlins Cubs, Sean Marshall, bloop hit to center. Reggie Abercrombie, yeah. He also hit his 2nd home run of the season Monday as the Marlins beat the Cubs 5-3.
Fitch did nothing. Number 2, Game 4, Spurs Jazz. Tim Duncan, 19 points. That's not 2 of them right there. Carlos Boozer, amazing block, and then he ran to the other end and got 2 out of this, but the Jazz lost 91-79. So Wednesday, ESPN, they'll go down to San Antonio, try to stay alive.
Number 1, White Sox Twins, Jim Thome against Johan Santana.
Hunter with a late adjustment to the wall. Did he get it? He got it! He got it! He brought it back!
Giants trying to snap a 3-game losing streak without their slugger as they took on the Mets. Photographers didn't get their picture. The bottom 4, Mets down 2-0. Runner on first for Carlos Delgado. Up and out, no doubt about it. Game tied at 2 on Delgado's 3rd homer in 3 games, his 6th of the season. So we move to the ninth now. That's when the real fun began. Bottom 9 tied at 3. 2 on for pinch hitter Julio Franco. Omar Vizquel from his back over to Kevin Franzen, who makes a great barehanded catch at second. You can see it again here, and I think we will see it again later on in the show in top plays. So they extend the game. We go to extras. Top 10, Barry. Welcome to Queens. Scott Schoenweiss facing Bonds, and he walked him. No harm, though. The Giants wouldn't score in the 10th. So they played on. In the 12th, Randy Wynn, runners at the corners and 1 out. Delgado coming home with the throw, but Vizquel safe at home. And Paul would be like, are you kidding me? The Giants take a 4-3 lead. We take another look at it because we can, and you can see that was the right call. LaDuca still not convinced. Bottom 12 now. Reyes on first after a leadoff walk. Armando Benitez in. Fans at Shea remember him. And balking Bob Davidson gives Reyes second base. Calls Benitez for the balk, his first balk since 2003 when he was with the Mets. Later in the bottom of the 12th, 2 outs, Reyes now on third, and Benitez is still shook. Called for a balk again by third base umpire Hunter Wendelstedt. Taking another look at it, Reyes giving Benitez all kinds of problems on the base path. He comes home, Mets tied up at 4. Very, very subtle, but Delgado pointing it out. Okay, and then things got worse for Benitez because he's got 2 balks and then a bomb. It's time to bounce in New York. Delgado with his 7th of the season. The Mets win at 5-4. Is their manager on that crazy finish.
Beckett getting to get to 8-0 this season, although he was 0-2 against the Tribe last year. Beckett dialed in. Top 3, he gets Mike Rouse. Top 4, Grady Sizemore take a seat. Top 5, Victor Martinez can't handle the heat. Beckett pitching a 1-hitter through 5, 87 pitches, 56 for strikes. Bottom 6, Kevin Youkilis. That is good wood. This off Jeremy Sowers. Ukes 8th of the season. He extends his hit streak to 21 games. Boston up 3-0. Top 7, Beckett facing former teammate Trot Nixon. He gets him. Beckett 7 innings, 2 earned, 7 Ks. Top 9, Hideki Okajima in for the save with a runner aboard. It's Nixon again, and Okajima gets him. The Red Sox double up the Tribe 4-2. Beckett now 8-0.
Yankees in Toronto to face the Blue Jays. New York trying to snap a 4-game losing streak, hoping Andy Pettitte would help with that. Bottom first, Alex Rios leading off.
Andy deals.
To Derek Jeter, great stop. Not so great throw. 9th error of the season for Jeter, so Rios over to second. 2 batters later after Rios stole third. Vernon Wells to A-Rod. Rios got a good jump on the play. He scores. Blue Jays up 1-0, and Pettitte like, I did everything I was supposed to do. Top 7, Jason Giambi facing Scott Downs. Advantage Giambi, his 7th of the season. Game tied at 1. And is it just me, or is Giambi limping a little bit there? Not with the Yankees. Bottom 7, runners on the corners, 2 outs. Pettitte staring down the runner at first. And Aaron Hill steals home. Shades of Jackie Robinson against the Yankees back in the 1955 World Series. And at least the Yankees were in the World Series that year. They may not be there this year. Hill got a running start before Posada even noticed him. He said their third base coach told him that Pettitte was vulnerable to the steal, and Hill is in there. What would Harvey Keitel say about that? And that's how bad it is for the Yankees right now. But it would get worse. Bottom 8, tied at 2, runner on second, no out. John McDonald lays down the bunt. A-Rod, instead of letting it go foul, plays it, and the runner advances at third. This one looks like it would have gone foul, but A-Rod makes the play. Pettitte comes out of the game, replaced by Scott Proctor. Pettitte 7 in the third, 6 hits, 1 earned run. So now the next batter is Alex Rios. Remember, that runner went over to the third. Now Rios with a fly ball. That'll be enough to get Adam Lynn home as he tags and scores. And the Blue Jays going to win it 3-2. Manufacturing runs. Yanks 8 games below 500 in the losing streak at 5. Meanwhile, Brewers have problems of their own. They had lost 6 in a row. The Braves in Milwaukee on Tuesday night. John Smoltz on the hill, bottom third. Prince Fielder up. There's Funny, and then there's Chris Rock, and there's long home runs, and then there's that home run. 440 feet, number 17 for Fielder. 2-run shot, tie the game at 3. Top 4 still tied at 3. Smoltz up, reaches first on an infield flare, but appears to be in pain when he makes contact. Remember, he broke his right pinky earlier this year against Washington. Bottom 4, Ricky Weeks leading off. Broken bat liner to second, but Smoltz is injured. Took himself out. The Braves said it was a precaution. He also tweaked his pitching shoulder in addition to the pinky injury. Top 9, Brian McCann, the tying run on third. Francisco Cordero in to shut it down for the Brewers. Scott Thorman can't catch up to that. It was coming at him 97 miles per hour. And then Matt Diaz, he got him too. Cordero's converted 18 straight save chances. The Brewers snapped the skid. They win at 5-4. Brings us to the Marlins and Cubs. Jason Marquis, 5-1, 2.60 ERA. Top 5 game tied at 2 runners at the corners. Jeremy Hermida says, I got your 2.60 ERA right here. Hermida's third of the year. Marlins go up 5-2. Bottom 7, Sam scored 1 on, 1 out for former LSU star Ryan Theriot. 2-run shot off Dontrell Willis. 7 innings work for Willis, 4 runs, 7 hits, pair of Ks. Cubs cut it to a 1-run deficit. Theriot's first of the year. Top 8 bases loaded for Josh Willingham. Andrew Pagan can't get there. And just like Thanksgiving, everybody's coming home. All 3 runs scored. The Marlins going to win it 9-4.
Finally to Anaheim, where Mariners took the first game of the series. Top 1 were scoreless. Ichiro taking Urban Santana up the middle. Single extends his hit streak to 22 games. Bottom 4 tied at 1 no longer because Ichiro loses the Rob Quinlan fly in the air. Quinlan with a double. Mariners miss a chance for the first out of the inning. The inning continues and Shea Hillenbrand goes deep and gone. Angels go up 3-1 and get the victory 4-1. Mariners have 1 game left on that distant voyage. 1-3 in his last 4 starts. Bottom 2 were scoreless with a runner on second. Adam Everett to center. Norris Hopper can't field it. Craig Biggio scores. Everett also efforting a score, but Everett won't be as lucky as Biggio. Houston up 1-0. Check this out again. Close play at home. Chad Moeller seems to have missed Everett, but umpire Rob Drake calls him out. It's ruled a triple, and Everett then out at home. Top 8 tied at 1. Chad Qualls in relief. Scott Hatteberg. Obvious rapport between bat and ball. His 5th of the season, and the Reds are up 2-1. Bottom 9 bases loaded with 1 out. David Weathers in relief. Carlos Lee. A grounded to short. Alex Gonzalez knows how to turn 2. And Houston drops a 9th straight game. Cincinnati wins 2-1 your final.
That brings us to the SportsCenter's top 10 plays. At number 10, the annual cheese rolling competition in Gloucestershire, England. Now, this is how it works. People chase a wheel of cheese down a hill, hoping to become the first across the finish line at the bottom. Now, if you ask me why, I really can't tell you. But I can tell you this. If you are the first person down with the cheese, you have to invite everybody else over for nachos. All right, I made that last part up. But the cheese must be good because she looks really, really happy.
Number 9, WNBA, San Antonio, Houston. Silver Stars hit a franchise record 13 triples. Becky Hammond, 6 of 9. San Antonio wins.
Number 8, Padres and Pirates. Adrian Gonzalez thought he had something there, but Ronnie Paulino there to throw him out. That's a 1-2-3 put out, in case you know.
Number 7, Mariners, Angels, Udieski, Betancourt. Tremendous diving stop and throw from his knees to get Reggie Willits. Wasn't enough as the Mariners lose 4-1.
Number 6, Indians and Red Sox. And Grady Sizemore made sure LeBron wasn't going to be the only Cleveland star in the local news. Great catch. But the Indians went down 4-2.
Number 5, Rangers A's, bases loaded, 1 out tying run at the plate. Michael Young up the middle, flips backhand to Ian Kinsler, who doubles up Nick Swisher to end it. It's worth another look as Young snares that shot up the middle. Rangers win.
Number 4, Giants and Mets. Omar Vizquel. Now, he made that play lying on his stomach, then rolled over and threw it from his butt. And Kevin France, a nice catch at second base as well.
Number 3, Pistons Cavaliers game 4 on the run. Daniel Gibson the alley, LeBron James the oop. It's worth another look. And then LeBron, look out below. Cavaliers win and tie this series at 2 games apiece.
Number 2, Yankees and Blue Jays. This is how bad it is for New York now. People are stealing home with impunity. Aaron Hill just taking Andy Pettit for bad. And the Yankees go down again, the losing streak at 5 now.
Number 1, Giants Mets, Armando Benitez. Welcome back to Shea.
There's a drive. Shot to right. Lewis back. It's over.
Delgado's second homer of the game. The difference, Mets win in extras 5-4.